Alright, welcome to my first slightly experimental drafting with. Not most exciting first pack to start with. Not a rare we really want to be looking at. Nothing particularly amazing. Corrupt is powerful but not splashable in any way, and so the chance of playing it are minimal. Doomblade is quite clearly the best card in the pack, and also the easiest to play. I'm not really passing any signals in any colours other than maybe Corrupt, but I'm not too bothered about the guy on my left being in black. I don't really like black in this format, and I'll be happy to splash Doomblade. So yeah, take the Doomblade. Having said I don't like black, I do like Howling Banshee. Yeah, it's again just the best card in the pack and in the same colour as the card I took first time round. I'll just adjust the camera a bit because you can't see all of the Doomblade. Again, not really passing anything meaningful. Like if they took the Corrupt, they might take the Child of Night, but there's nothing I can do about that. And Baola is probably the most powerful card, but red's not very good. A lot of people force blue-white, so there's a lot of things they can take, and there's not much we can take from this pack about what people will do. So we'll just take the best card that's in the same colour as our first pick. How early do I start drafting Squadron Hawks? The answer might be very. Shivs and Braces, high mind drop factor for those of you who read my articles, in that it's always amazing against me and it never does anything when I play it. Mystifying Maze is a card that I always want to play, but it's always in the pack that's slightly too early. Like I always want to pick it, but it's always in a pack where I don't want to pick it because it's sort of, I'd rather be picking something that defines my deck at that point, and this is basically a perfect example. I'd rather not take it now. I'd rather take something I might start to form a deck out of. Black-white is not ideal in any way, but I like taking gambles. I mean, there's nothing in the pack that's particularly powerful in any colour, so this is probably the right pick anyway. This one's pretty tough actually. I really like Cloud Crusader. There's so many things in this format that it blocks, and there's not many things that kill it easily that don't kill other creatures. I mean, it can really make attacking awkward for a lot of decks. Pass a lot of, I mean, I suppose not too much when saying passing this will kind of put, well, probably won't, but it might tell our neighbour we're not in white. But then I do, as much as I don't like being in black, I do like drawing cards, and with the Howling Banshee in this, we could go in some kind of mono black deck, despite the awkward Corrupt we passed. Just have to hope that bad things don't have an impact too. Again, not the most exciting pack. Don't want to take this, seeing as I already have Sign in Blood and Howling Banshee, and the worst part of red-black decks is always the mana. Viscerous is not a card I'm a big fan of. I'd only ever play it if I had something like 2 active trees or 2 reassembling skeletons. Kind of hard actually. I might take the Death Mark. I might take the Lanarels actually. Ooh, something. I do not want my colour scheme improved. I think it's either Death Mark or Lanarels, and because I probably won't main deck the Death Mark, I think I'd rather take the Accelerant. Green Black's not too bad if you get a bunch of Liliana Specs and stuff that grinds out card advantage. Another unexciting pack. High mind drop factor on Giant Growth again. I never like to play it, but it always blows me out. Probably won't play any of these cards, but on the off chance that I do, I'll take the Axe. Ooh, White Knight's quite late, but then so's Yavin Mireworm. This is where we make the decision. What's Better white, black, black, green, neither. I guess black, green is marginally better. White knight's awkward with the mana cost we have already, whereas you're not too bothered about the double green by turn 6. Yeah, I think I'll go for the worm. As much as I hate being in green, I'll go for the worm. Lot combusts, there's a reason to stay out of white. I think there's not any reason not to take the Tuesday. Yeah, the last few picks are fairly self-explanatory. I guess I'll take the rare and sell it for 0.01 ticks. Ooh, another one. I guess we'll be looking for cultivates and bears. They're always fine. Another one. I really want cultivates now. Hopefully the guy on my left really likes goblin pikers and so has drafted some kind of pike at aggro. I think I passed 3 in that pack or something. So that's what I was looking for. Start hiding the cards I will not play. Though I might open a Triskelion, which happens to combo quite nicely with Primal Cocoon. I probably won't play it anyway. Having said that, I'll now open a Triskelion. Well, Triskelion is not that good in this format compared to stuff. Ooh! Talking of Triskelion. It's not a Triskelion, it's about 20 times better than Triskelion, it's also worth about 100 times more. I do kind of want that Cultivate, but then I'm not even going to risk putting my mouse over it. There's no way I'm not taking the Titan, and I'm pretty happy to be in black at this point. Still happy to be in black. Phoenix is not a card I want to pass, but there's no reason to take anything over a Doomblade here. Oh man. Got the Linear Spectre, got the Cultivate. The card I mentioned as being one of the cards you want in green-black, because it lets you grind your opponent out while you're ramping into stuff. But looking at my mana curve and my potential mana issues, I think I have to take the Cultivate. Yeah, there's no way I can pass this. I mean, it fills my curve quite nicely as well. I probably won't play the Warlord's Axe as well. I suppose this cousin fills the curve. That was a stupid thing to say. Yeah, I have to take the Cultivate. No mention for Rise from the Grave there. Someone might point that out, but it's not a card I'm a big fan of. I mean, it's good if we've got Doomblades and stuff, but both Spectre and Cultivate are cards I would sort of looking for this type of deck, whereas Rise from the Grave is just a generic good card. Though it is nice when you rise your Grave Titan. That's pretty good and big. Speaking of Rise from the Grave, there's another one, but I don't know if I'll take it. I might take the Birds of Paradise. This card's fine in green aggro, but I'm not a green aggro deck. I'm not going to take a bear. Don't mind passing Squadron Hawk because I already have one, so it'll reduce the efficiency of whoever does pick them up. I could end up splashing it off Cultivate, but considering what I have so far and the potential awkwardness, like you don't really want to play Lanarels when you have a Sign in Blood and that kind of thing. I think I'll take the Birds of Paradise. There's a lot of tilt factor in Birds and Lanarels as well, because if your opponent makes one of those turn 1, it's really annoying. That might just be me though. I'll just close MSN so I don't get any more beeps. Ooh, another Elves. This isn't a card I'd want to main deck. Though there was a cool story about Mark Dictus in, I think it was Amsterdam, who had playing a deck with this and a bunch of Ajani's Pride mates. I really hate Scroll Thief. This is one of my favourite cards in the set. Like, I'd happily first pack this, and I'd take it over pretty much any other common at the moment, but not when I'm in green and needing acceleration. I really like Mind Drop too. It has a high Mind Drop factor. Bzz. Don't really need removal at the moment. don't like Disentomb. If I'm bringing stuff back, I want it to be card advantage, like Grave Digger, because that tilts your opponents. If you just Disentomb something, it's like whatever. Like, it's cool that I can Disentomb a Grave Titan, whatever, but if I've resolved it once, then I probably won already. I've still got 2 zombies out of it, unless he counted it, but who plays blue? Could take the red. No, I won't take the red. That's a treason's quite worrying, actually. So I probably won't play the Hornet Sting. I have 2 Doomblade already. I think I'll take the Act of Treason, actually. I don't want to have a worm acted. Get another shot at Hornet Sting. I actually really like Rustling Legion a lot more than most people. In like a blue-black deck, it's just a huge body that you wouldn't normally have. I'm not going to play Giant Growth in this deck, probably. Bog Raid is not something I really want to be playing, especially not main deck. So I think I might actually take the Hornet Sting this time. Plummet, that's got a good tilt factor as well, especially when you main deck it. Stabbing Pain's basically a worse Hornet Sting. I suppose it's not always worse. It's usually worse. You don't usually use Stabbing Pain just to tap a guy. Duress or Plummet. I guess I don't want to lose to Bomb Flyers. That's pretty good. Why did I take over this the first time? Oh, it was Grave Titan, wasn't it? Yeah. Good job, tabled. Don't like unsummons against worms. Red Rift. Blood Tithe. Someone might get me with that, you never know. I might get someone with it, someone might get me with a Tome Scour as well. They're thinking, oh, I bet I'll table it. Oh, I tabled this and Tomb as well. Could probably start hiding some other cards.